you know, like you have to lose this much in this amount of time. My biggest measurement was when I think I was 19 and my hips were 38.5 inches and the sample size is 34. My senior year of high school, so this is when I was like 17 at the time, I was eating all the time. I had bubble tea at least once or twice a day. I think my hips got up to like 37.
Currently my hips are at their all-time biggest. I was weighing myself and my weight increased, so I decided to start weighing my waist. But my waist would fluctuate just a little bit, but not too much. So I thought it should still be okay. Then one day I decided maybe I should measure my hips. And yep, indeed it was my hips that was gaining weight.
I think at one point my waist even was up to like 26 or 27. And that was when I came in and I just got the head shake.
I really dread coming in. I won't like eat breakfast first and then I'll come in and take measurements. So she would just take the measuring tape, measure, and then she just looks at you and then I'm like, okay, I get it. She doesn't even need to say anything.
Vanita glares whenever or actually she doesn't really glare. She would look at the measurements and be like, 36. Put it down, you need to lose weight. And I'd be like, okay, sure.
There wasn't any biggest measurement for me. I mean, every time I went to the agency, Bonita is always, you are so skinny, you need to eat more. I mean like, that's what I've been doing the whole time. Bonita, she's very nice. She'll be offering me, hey Mathew, you bring this home, go and eat. I was like, okay. I mean, I always have my bag, so I was like, it's all mine, yes. I mean, then when the other models are there, the girls, they'll be like, I mean, they're like, I can tell that they're like all like jealous.
I didn't really feel that inferior, but I understand that for this industry that measurements are very important and that if I can't fit a certain size, then that's an issue. So I felt a bit like, okay, I really need to do something to make sure that I don't exceed the measurements that I am supposed to fit in.
I recall like Bonita used to, after I signed my contract, when we had my first few measurements, she was like, oh, you're a bit buff, a bit too muscular. Just like, okay. And I was like, I mean like, who would ever say that kind of stuff? I'm like, no way, man. I was like, muscular is always better. But when you come to this industry, you realize like, you know, like, doesn't mean you have a six-pack means you're very good in modeling, you know. It doesn't matter whether you have six-pack or you have abs and stuff like that. As long as you're like fit in the measurement, you wear the clothes, you pull it off nice, it doesn't matter. For me, when I started modeling, my measurements were, only thing I hit was like the height requirement, that's it. The rest I just didn't, because like I did sports, I swam, so like my shoulders were like naturally like broader than people, and like I go to the gym, so I'm like a lot bulkier than I used to.
For modeling, my 36 hits were just a little bit too big, and yeah, of course the bookers want the best for me, so they have always told me to lose inches of my hips. Bond was always like, do you work out? Do you eat a lot? I was like, yeah, I ate a lot. And no, I didn't work out.
I had pressure when it came to my hips. Track was like such a big part of my life, especially in secondary school. And then I still carried on in poly. I knew the reason why my hips were so big. It wasn't because I was, eating unhealthily, because I wasn't exercising. I was exercising. I was doing everything like you would expect a model to do. I was exercising, eating really healthily, but because I was training, that's why my hip measurements are so big. But if you like change your workout, or you cut back on all of the squats and all of the sprints and all of that, my muscles shrank down to like what it is now, like 34.
The norm is actually not being skinny, My body, I don't think it's the perfect body. It's not size 0, definitely. They think that mine is the perfect body to have, but no, it's not what it actually is. It's not that I don't want to gain, it's just how my body is. I don't look good on camera because of my body size, how it looks, and it can affect what the client wants to achieve. There's the stress, of course. There's the stress that comes with my measurements, my body size.
I've been to a few castings, like when they asked me to try on clothes, the pants, the shoes, everything. I mean, not the shoes, the pants and the clothes. The pants, I don't even have to even unbuckle, I can just pull it up. I walk 2 steps, the pants drop. And they'll be like, okay, thank you for time, you are too skinny. Then I'm like, okay, what can I do? I eat a lot already.
I went through a lot of stress because of the measurements, and it wasn't always through Benita. So because I managed to get on Asia's Next Top Model Cycle 3, they had actually made a lot of comments about my weight and my size compared to other shorter, more petite models, and it's really difficult to have that said to you as like a 19-year-old and have it be on TV, no less. It would have been very easy to resort to some unhealthy method to lose weight because everyone around me was saying it, and there were comments on Instagram who were also pointing it out, and obviously nobody likes to hear negative comments like that. But I guess I was just really stubborn, and I was just a bit like, sorry, don't really care what you guys say, I'm gonna lose weight my way. And thank God I was stubborn, because I can't even imagine like what my life would have been like if I didn't transition into fitness and just tried to lose weight through all these different unhealthy methods.
The agency will never tell you to like starve yourself or to, like you have to lose this much in this amount of time.
I think it's such a misconception that models starve themselves, because some of the skinniest models I know, they eat so much. They eat more than a normal person. They eat hot pot, BBQ, drink bubble tea. Yeah, so I think it's about genetics as well. But of course, it's important to take care of your body, feed it stuff that is good for the body, healthy stuff, and exercise a lot.
Okay, I don't really remember much of like Bonita like making me have to do like restrict my diet and stuff like that. I mean, I do sports, so like having like diet controls is like quite a normal thing to me. So it wasn't. I think that's why she left it to me to handle myself, because I know myself better as an athlete lah. So
I tried to do like a crash course weight loss, but I don't think it's super healthy, but I didn't go to the extremes either. It's just that before that I was literally doing nothing and eating. So I would diet a little bit, eat a bit cleaner, and I will work out a little bit, but I'm not like I'm switching my entire diet. I try to work out, but it's hard.
So I started doing HIIT workouts, and then I started to educate myself about nutrition. So one of the things that I started doing was I went on the paleo diet, which is where you cut out anything that your ancestors in the Paleolithic era, whatever they don't eat, you also don't eat. So you don't eat like oats, you don't eat grains, you don't eat pasta, carbs, that kind of stuff. You don't eat potatoes, which is weird. All that stuff is like farmed, so that's all not like natural. So I started doing that, and that worked like a charm.
I will believe diet for me. Diet works the best for me because I'm already like, working out isn't difficult for me to begin with. Because like to me, just take it as a game lah. I take everything as a game. I take modeling as a game. But the thing is, when you're in a game, right, you have to always want to win.